Hey, I thought that you guys might want to watch Tucker Carlson spin in the mud and do donuts. And so we're going to sit here, get your popcorn, get you something to drink, and sit back and we'll watch Tucker Carlson for a minute.
It's pretty clear at this point that global warming is going to force us all to run electric vehicles, probably soon. And that means the people who've invested in Joe Biden's friends are going to get really, really rich. But what does it mean for the rest of us? Electric cars and trucks. Well, for people who live in cities, it's probably not a big deal. If you're a 26-year-old marketing major who went to Wesley, working in Midtown, and your longest commute in a car is from Chelsea to the West Hills for dinner, not a problem for you. But what if you're a man with a real job who was outside of city? What if you use a truck to work? What happens to you? Well, Elon Musk has just come out with the Cybertruck. You've probably seen images of it on the internet or maybe seen one on the street. We thought, what is this? Well, it's clearly the future or part of the future. So we called Elon and said, hey, will you send us a Cybertruck to review? We're in a very rural area with people who use trucks for a living. Let's see what it's like. So this is the truck that I drove this morning. This is the truck I drive. It's a 1987 Chevrolet Silverado, conventional cab, 5 forward speeds, some kind of aftermarket seats, the seat belts a dog has chewed, and it works pretty well. Got a bed. It's like a pickup truck. There are no electronics in this. There's no air conditioning, there's no radio, and there's no way for the government to turn off my engine if I miss a week. So that's what I drive. I like it. That is a Cybertruck. Now, I open up the door to the Cybertruck, but I have no idea how. That is purely electronic, and that's what we're going to review. And to review it for us, we're going to talk to Patrick Feeney. We're on his farm in western Maine, in a very rural part of Maine. He is very familiar with heavy machinery. He was a diesel mechanic in the Army, right out of high school in the first Gulf War. He was a logger running skidders. He was a long-haul trucker running 18-wheelers. So he's been in machines all his life. He's fixed machines. He understands machines. We're standing in front of his sawmill here on his farm where he cuts out wood, and we've given him use of the Cybertruck, or Elon has, for the last couple of weeks. And we're going to ask him a really simple question. Could you replace the truck that you drive, which is a Ford F-350, with the Cybertruck? We're going to go inside his sawmill and meet Patrick Feeney. Patrick Feeney, like your shirt?
Thank you, sir.
So you've had the Cybertruck for a couple of weeks.
Well, actually, technically, that's Monday.
Since Monday. And today is Friday. You've had a week in the Cybertruck, and the question is, and you're going to have a lot more time to assess it, could it replace your F-350?
So far, yeah.
Really?
Mechanically,
Mechanically?
it's got all kinds of power to put a $100,000 truck.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're gonna not think about that right now.
Okay.
Because there's all kinds of carpenters at the local lumber yard with $100,000 truck.
Yeah.
So that's not too much of a stretch. But as far as go power, I'll show you. Towing power, ease of use. It's just like when you rent a car and you can just spend the 5 minutes figuring out all buttons.
Yep.
It's basically that easy.
Is it really?
That easy.
Okay, so let's just go through things that you do, and I happen to know because I know you, roughly what you do. I don't know everything you do. But I know.
Not when I go home for lunch.
No, you go for lunch. We live, by the way, we're standing in a place right now that is so untouched by the worst parts of modernity, so rural that people, it's fair to say, go home for lunch.
Yeah, most of the time. Well,
Yeah.
we just don't eat lunch and go home at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. So let's take the Cybertruck and do some of the things that you would do with your Ford on a normal day. By the way, I love your song.
Oh, thank you.
Could you?
Yeah, the Ford, for a rural man, this is every rural man I'm a one truck guy. A lot of people have a work truck and go in a church truck.
Yeah.
I like the one truck theory. Just me and my wife. She has a truck now. I just bought her a new truck. I work in my truck. I nap in my truck. I hunt out of my truck. I tow with my truck. I do all my stuff is in my truck. Everything I need is there. So it's like a Swiss Army knife of machinery. Really, I plow with it. I plow snow, which is a huge thing. We're going to worry about that later with the Cybertruck where you can plow snow with it. But we basically need one vehicle that does everything.
So one of the things that you do, I know because I see you, is you take your dogs in the truck.
Yep.
Your beagles for rabbit hunting, your spaniel for bird hunting. And they kind of live in your truck also. Have the dogs been in the truck?
Oh, yeah. I don't think they think it's baggy up here or anything like that.
Okay, good. Well, then you would know because the dogs there that. So,
Right.
all right, well, let's test it out.
All right, we're going to haul some dirt today.
Watching you operate a machine it's like watching Barry Bonds play baseball. It's like crazy.
Well, we're doing it.
No, but you're into it. A lot of people have done it a long time. You're into it. You're good at it. Will you explain what these two things are?
This was a great, my father's very it's a spud for peeling
Bark spot.
made out of an axle, I was told, like from a Model 8 tractor. They saved the axle out of the old truck. They still scavenged it with very good steel. Actually, very high quality.
So you use that to make the bark?
Yeah, I use it to clean the log off when it's got dirt on it. And the bark feels really good.
What's this called?
This is called a camp.
A camp dog.
So you take, there's not a round log here, but we leave it on a square one. Then you put that on the log and you go in. And this is how, before I had this mill, I had a manual push mill for many years. And I used to roll every log by hand.
How old is that?
This was my same thing. This came from my father's manual. And I have this right here. I have this scaling stick and he worked at the lumberyard.
I should say, by the way, you built this.
No,
I remember when you built it yourself with no help. For people who aren't in the logging or wood business, don't work the turning mill. What's scaling?
scaling is the log. Okay, this right here, these are 2x6. Go down. Imagine that being round. Okay, so you've got the waist of the log as a slab. After you take a round log and make it square.
Yep.
So the scale figures out how many boards are in that without the waist, basically.
Okay.
And it figures it out the kerf of the saw. Now logs now are
And the kerf, just for people who don't know, the kerf is the wood that the saw takes out.
the amount of sawdust.
Yeah.
The kerf is basically the amount of sawdust. As far as the kerf goes, see, these are very thin blades. Most, even big mills use thin blades now. You're getting basically every 5 boards you do is thin blade. And but there's no paying the logger on the landowner on the quarter-inch kerf. So they're really screwing on that part of it.
I don't think most Americans know that the landowner is only getting paid on a 1/4 inch kerf.
Right. I mean, that's a big deal. When you've got, say, when you're building a house and you're trying to figure, is it worth it to buy a sawmill? Okay, I've got some land here, I've got some pine on it. So I cut that pine, just sell it to the mill, get $10,000, go to Home Depot and buy the lumber. But do I mill that out? Well, there's a lot to figure. You got to figure you got to pay the taxes on the wood when you sell it to the lumber mill. You got to pay taxes on the lumber when you buy it from Home Depot. So there's 2 taxes you're saving by selling your wood. And also, if you build your own projects, you're not working. You're not making any money. Right? So you're not able to have a job while you're building houses. I do every night weekend for work. You got to pay your income tax on that labor while you're building a house. So you're working for Google while you're paying somebody else to build your house. Not only are you paying the taxes on all that other stuff, you're paying your income tax while you're paying your other. It's another tax added. Yeah, I think self-sufficiency is, if you do the math, it's kind of what's important. You don't like any that?
Yeah. Hey, Patrick. Patrick, no, I don't know how to get in your truck.
Press the button.
Which button?
White button.
What is this shit?
That's this button.
Oh, oh, guns! Wait, I got it. Sorry. Okay, I don't want to be pedantic or anything, but this is how this area is different from other parts of the country. So you just, what is this here? 2 9mm in the mags. Right, that's what's in the truck. Is that in your electric vehicle? Is it? Did you commute to Midtown for your marketing job? Do you have that in your electric vehicle?
We're gonna go 117 miles an hour with 13,000 pounds of dirt in the back. How's that? Towing and hauling. There's a tow mode on this. Very easy to. I mean, trailer brakes. These trailer brakes worn right down, so I've got it on 10, which means it applies more force.
So I know this is high tech because I'm on a seatbelt. How much are we towing?
Probably 11,000, probably 12,000 pounds
Of dirt.
of dirt. No, it's total weight. Trailer
Total
weight.
Now, when it says farm stand ahead,
That's my wife.
that's your farm stand.
That's my farm. Well, my wife farm. That's camp. Very smooth acceleration, 30 miles an hour. Oh yeah, this thing. Look at my Ford would be towing is fine. My Ford would be great. I love it. This is just towing it like it's like it's not even there.
Seriously?
No wobble. Look at that. I'm going 70 with that trailer. Look at the dirt flow out of the back of it.
Wow. So how would you compare that? You got an F-350, right?
Yeah, this is F-350 is great. This is just smooth. It's an electric motor. There's no transmission, direct drive. You know, there's no. The only weakness I thought vehicles would be trains are electric. They're smooth. You know, they run on the motor, but they're electric.
But the diesel motor is a
Power.
generator.
It's a generator. That's all it is. So this has a huge battery underneath. Now, range capacity. Without doing any fancy math, I've got a way to figure it out without actually driving 300 miles. I don't have time for that. So I go by percentages drop. Your range, when you're towing, goes from 300 miles to about 100 miles, which is probably for a heavy day of towing.
Right.
You had 3 dump runs to make with debris, which are what I often do. Like when they quarter 5,000.
Yeah.
You know, we did 3 or 4 dump runs a day. We could probably run out of juice. But it's local stuff. So it's your lifestyle. It's where you work. For me, so far, I've got an everyday driving range of me really pushing on the gas pedal, making short trips, going to the vehicle, I like to go fast, so I'm burning more. It's energy, whether it's gas or electricity, it's still burning it.
Yeah.
I'm getting about 200 miles, 220 miles for around town driving. So that's acceptable for everyday driving. And it charges overnight. If I plug it in when I get home for supper, I wake up in the morning, it's full charge. On my math so far, it comes out, this gets about 15 miles to the gallon, cost-wise. So it would be cost-wise, gas-wise, it would be equal to driving yourself at 15 miles to the gallon. That's just my cocktail now.
Is that your house?
Fuck off, crash. You remember that.
So that
The
house.
neighbor bought it.
No way.
I kicked them out because they started encroaching on the other.
So this is rural America, so drugs are a real problem, of course. And that house was a drug house for how long?
Oh, since I've been here.
Well, they had an overturned car right outside the front door that had "fuck off" sprayed.
And there was a sign that says, "This is not the front door. Let's get your drugs in the
It's
back."
still there.
I don't know if you've ever ridden in a vehicle towing a trailer like this, but do you even know that the trailer behind us?
Well, I've ridden in many vehicles. I remember
a heavy trailer.
No, but I remember on East Beat Hill Road coming back from fishing in Bagok years ago, and I'm not going to name names, but the driver was at the very end of a 30 pack. And I remember coming over a rise in East Beat Hill Road, and we caught air in the truck with the trailer. I don't get scared in vehicles, but I was nervous. I'll never forget that.
I had it on chill mode, not heavy acceleration. Did you feel that? I mean,
That's crazy.
so there's no doubt about it, this thing will tow. So some of these tests, like the last test I watched on the YouTube was, going to Napa Valley wine tasting.
What's it serious?
That was the test. And then I watched the guy did a nice towing test. He's the guy where I got the 100 miles thing from him for my math, matching it with his math pretty good. He tested it at 30 degrees. In Maine, 30 degrees is one day.
Yeah.
I got to test this thing at 20 below.
For sure.
You couldn't have made it at 20 below. Things don't work at 20 below. Not that I'm going to be towing it.
Well, a diesel engine has trouble starting at 30 below.
Yeah, you got to plug them in at night.
Yeah. So what's this going to do?
Right. The battery life is what just. So your drill. Leave your cordless drill.
I was about to say that. That's
It's dead
true.
in the morning.
That's true for all
In
batteries.
the summertime, you charge your drill, and you don't have to charge it all summer.
It just goes forever. I agree.
Well, one night in the below zero, it's dead.
I want to ask you more about this, but since you live here and you've been here your whole life, everybody, and you've been driving, Ford truck for decades, and all of a sudden you show up in this spaceship. What kind of reaction did you get?
I gotta get that fucking piece of shit out of here. I've gotten at the chainsaw shop, they really moved out the window. They didn't want to know that I was there. Some people call me a faggot. One guy at the dump said, "Don't fucking park that thing next to me. It's gonna catch on fire." Most guys that are into trucks.
Yeah.
My friend Opie last night with the Mr. Pizza. Drove all the way up there, beautiful driving it for 117 miles an hour.
You went to Mr. Pizza in this?
Yeah. Last night, Gordon.
Wait, the famous Mr. Pizza in Gordon, New Hampshire?
Yes. And we stopped and visited my friend Opie. I let him have it. Opie has a drag racing car, Pontiac Trans Am, I believe, or something like that. And he drove it. He was like, "It's outdoing my drag car already." I mean, motor people are amazed. When we talked to Sherwood is an old gearhead motorhead from the 70s, total motorhead. He thinks it's great. People that understand mechanics.
Yeah.
It's just some people are like, I don't know, they're just scared of new things. People might not know this. The air conditioning and cooling, and heating and electricity you get off a gasoline-powered vehicle almost free because the motor's spinning anyway. So you're going down the road. It's not like you're running the motor's spinning. You hook up a little air compressor to your air conditioner. So, yeah, it draws a little bit of power off your motor, but big deal. Not much power. Your electricity is drawn off the alternator, which charges your car battery. The stuff it's spinning, your heat is actual helping the vehicle because you're taking heat away from the engine. So it's all free, basically free heat. This thing here, you have to use battery power to heat the air conditioner. So when you're running the air conditioner, the battery goes down faster.
So, this and AI, there are a lot of different.
This uses a lot of energy.
That's what I'm saying.
Huge amount
All
of
these
energy.
technologies raise the question, like, how are we generating electricity?
Right. Where's the power going to come from? Okay,
That's
think of a. I'm not a city guy, but I've been to many cities. Think of the parking meters in a city. Okay, down the road, parking meter. A 220 or whatever, 75 amp, 220 plug at every parking meter.
Yeah.
Plug your car into. Just think of having that on the electric grid.
Yeah.
In a city.
It's
Think of a parking garage. When you're in a parking garage, they show images of plug-ins at every parking spot. Thousands of cars.
Who's going to build all that?
Yeah, with the future. The electricity is so great. Why aren't we embracing it? Why aren't we saying, "Wow, we should make our grid new"? I should have three-phase power at my sawmill, and I don't. Yeah. CNC guy said I didn't have that three-phase power. I'd love that. I'd love to get rid of that gas motor on my sawmill and run a wire and run it off electricity, but I can't. So we need to fix our electric grid. We got to get it. I'm not an engineer at all, but 8th grade math tells you we need to fix it.
So tell us where we're going?
We're going to the Rabbit Road.
What's the Rabbit Road?
You've been there. It's
I know I've been there, but not everybody.
It's a little road. It's called the Rabbit Road because it's a shortcut. You go there, Rabbit, I think. Ironically. Is ironic that I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just a little shortcut road, dirt road. All the townies go out there and go wheeling and hunting and four-wheeling. It's just a rural dirt road. I mean, we're in rural Maine. We could go up this road. We could go to the Rabbit Road. We could go anywhere and just find a dirt road to drive down. it's getting harder and harder, as you know. More gates.
Yep.
You know, more big companies buying land and shutting it down. That in theory should be open to the public because those companies are going to pay the taxes. I don't know. That's a whole other thing to get into.
Is so there's water on Rabbit Road?
We should be able to find water if we rain in the morning. So, good. We'll probably find too much water.
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so we got the fasten seatbelt mode. It will not let you go into hyper warp speed without your seatbelt on.
So I just want to say I object to that.
Okay, you get in. And here's your key. Very simple, just like a hotel room. I think a lot of cars actually do this now. There's your key. Put it there. Put on the brake. Slide it into drive. That's all the Russian guy that delivered it was supposed to do. He was supposed to figure it in. And then reverse. Just put on the brake. Slide that for reverse. And press that little car button. And you got your controls. Ride height, I better on medium. Headlights are on automatic, like most people do. I think it's overly detrimental to society to use automatic headlights.
What's that?
You're not smart enough to turn your headlights on at night, like a car doing it.
I think that's fair.
And it makes you not think of everything like that that's automated first. Takes muscle out of your brain. I think that's we have enough trouble anyway.
That's why I like driving a stick shift because it wakes you up.
Yeah, you gotta engage it. I mean, you make you think about how things work.
Yep.
I'm not gonna get tied up in stuff on this that I don't use. I don't use navigation, service, manual.
We just skipped right over safety.
Throttle safety. Yeah. Wi-Fi. I care about that. Bluetooth. I do care about that. Phone. No.
When I put mine on,
No.
better music in mine.
Okay, so we got in comfort mode. That's where I drive it to town. Because if I put it in fast mode, I get in trouble. Now watch this. Look at the difference.
Damn.
That's pretty fast.
Well, actually, my head.
Your cheeks go like this. Okay, then jump right here. Ready?
Jump.
Nope. Didn't get it. Too heavy. Won't jump. My truck would have been off the ground right there. Probably why I'm not getting good gas mileage. You think that you just can't stop yourself. It's like your first V8 pickup truck. You just burn the tires off it. It's so fun.
Yeah. It's an entire package of Oreos and no one around.
Because of the rural areas, and I do this with rental cars, and my wife's new truck, I'll have to do it. I turn all the warnings off because they don't work in rural areas with the rocks. And like, if you have it all on, you can't drive through a grassy field because the grass is setting the sensor off.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to turn all that shit off. I don't believe in all that shit. Oh, the steering wheel. Oh yeah, that was the whole point of this conversation. Very good. It's flat. I can't, you know, can't drive with your knee. That's a big thing. You gotta be able to drive with your knee, and you can't with it. But other than that, I like it.
You can't drive with your knee?
No, look, see, because it's only half, so I can't. You know, you can't. I drive with my knee all the time and doing stuff.
Well, how can you crack a beer with one
That's
hand?
what I mean. You can't hold it with. Yeah, like that. So instead of turning the wheel around and around and around, it's hydraulic, so you can do it. You just turn it a little bit, it goes all the way. You can turn it, you're cranking the wheel all the way. See, I'm only turning that wheel a little bit. And it's got rear wheel steering, so when you turn the front and rear wheel steer too, so just corners like a dream. And when we were towing that trailer, you guys, it just towing the trailer, it just cornered like a dream. It's a little straightaway. So I don't want to do it now. And the baby ducks up here. Except if the Cybertruck ran over the flock of baby ducks, it probably would be a be like the Hummer, right?
It would.
It's kind of an obnoxious vehicle that way. Like people look at you like kind of looks like embarrassed. It's like when you wear a suit out to a place and nobody wears a suit. You're like everybody looks at you, you know.
Do you see any downsides to it?
Oh, me? The range. Get parts for it. I mean, look at that windshield wiper. You want to go to Napa and see if they have one? I have been down this road about 1,000 million times in my life. When I was a kid, you could drive. When I lived in the other side of Bethel, you could drive through this and come out on the other side.
Whose house is that?
I know people that are I don't think so many coronavirus, so many people moved up here. Everything he's in, I'm not going to keep track of what guys in Connecticut bought what house. this was the Apple Orchard. Didn't even know all these houses.
Your GPS is wrong. No through traffic.
I pulled people off the snowmobile trail out here with the GPS. And it happens like 5 times a week. That little road goes down to the middle. There's a gate. That goes up on the mountain. This is the actual rabbit road. Looks like there's been some people out here. We are gonna stop and do some adjusting here. We're just gonna go to off-road mode. Dynamics, off-road. We're up in the air now. Can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
I mean, this handle is going pretty good, I think.
Yeah, not bad.
It's capping me out at like 24 miles an hour, which is pretty fast on a road like this.
Oh, we're going 50.
Pretty capable vehicle.
Yeah.
No way you can do this in either one of our trucks and be anything left of it.
It would tear the truck up.
Yes. We're gonna go through wave mode. Rises height, pressurizes battery with driving through water. Water level not exceed top of lumber. May take up to 10 minutes to activate. You want to activate it? It's activated.
All right. Not bad.
Looks like it's not even. Well, my truck would have.
Me too.
Didn't even friggin' flinch going through that. It didn't even rock or anything. Well, I went through the water pretty good.
We'll make it.
I think so. We just went through that water, no problem.
We got roast for that, actually. I think we're gonna make it. Watch it.
Like my 4-wheeler would have stuck with one of that. This thing is pretty good. This is the beast. It goes great. This thing excels in the off-road. We just got it in sport mode now. We're like on a Subaru road. So
We're back on the Subaru road. Are the roads here rated Subaru roads?
Subarus are, well, when I was growing up, Subaru was like the gold standard of what everybody
remember.
drove with me.
Yeah.
They lasted 5 years. They rusted out, but they were cheap. Everybody bought them. Everybody bought them on vehicle.
Yeah. Even though there was no soccer.
Right. So we are coming on the rabbit. We came off the highway coming into town. We hit the rabbit road. We're on the other end of the rabbit road. Pretty amazing that we made it through. This is the road I grew up on. This road that we just did is basically the road I grew up on. This is where I came to play from age whatever. This was my playground for 30 years. As you can imagine, it was pretty fun. I can hop on my 4-wheeler, come down here onto the rabbit road, right off my 4-wheeler. That's pretty great. Yeah, snowmobile.
That was farm was that?
That it's been changed hands a million times. Well, pretty much abandoned.
Why would they put a brick fireplace in a barn?
I think it's one of those, you know, I live in Vermont and I'm gay and I'm getting married in a barn type thing.
Yeah.
So now we're on Route 35.
It's one of those, I live in Vermont, I'm gay, I'm getting married in a barn type places.
Yeah. Might be, I don't know.
I think
My
you-
grandfather's land at one time, I actually at one time owned the land on the right, down in here, the swamp. I did that when I was in high school. My grandfather gave me
You bring me the popcorn, Katie?
You get this one.
I was in a store there when I was a little kid. Bethel was a dry town.
She knew I was reading too.
I drink Bethel. My land started at one time from there and went that way. This is Paradise Road. This was all my grandfather's land, all the way from here up to the top of the hill. These houses are all my uncle's neighbors. This is my old house right here. That's the first house I built.
Pretty house.
Yeah. I didn't build that garage, the guy that bought it from me built it, but I built that barn there. These are all the houses built like it. This is my grandfather's house. This is where my mother moved in 1950. So that barn was my grandfather's barn. That was the house. That's the house I grew up in. Oh my grandfather. This ball field, all of our garden is over here. This ball hay.
How old's that house?
Old, the 1800s. But these are all. Look at this house here. Water in the middle of Maine. Look at that. What is that? I think it's a bobo target for me. That's a tasteful house. I mean, that's a nice house,
Yeah.
right? This is a beautiful house. Margaret Tibbetts, the ambassador for her.
Yeah.
That's where she lived. She had that house clear. This was all her land. When she died, it went to her two nephews. She didn't have any kids, and one of the nephews owed IRS money. And her father was before her, so they had to liquidate the loss to pay the nephew back that. So Obama could have done that.
Obama clear cut that.
Yeah.
Imagine you're this guy and there's a Cybertruck.
Come on, your ass.
Get him all nervous. Look at it.
Intention to distribute marijuana. I don't know what he means, but that's what he. I don't think he knows what it means. That's what they arrested him on. So those people like Sherwood, who probably did 20 years of his life in jail, and now marijuana is legal, he must have a little bit of a sour moment. I don't know. Maybe Sherwood is very, very happy-go-lucky guy about everything. I don't see him very. I wouldn't want him mad at him. Honest, he works for me when I'm helping doing stuff for you, and he's so honest. I'm like, all right, Sherwood, I'll put you down for 8 hours. No, I was only there for 7.5. Well, I'll take the extra half hour for gas money. He's just an honest man. I mean, he'd steal you all, but he's not gonna steal. He's not gonna steal from you. But he's a super honest, super nice guy, very capable. He's a survivor. He doesn't worry about fine things. He only worries about functionality. In his form, he's the type of guy that can take stuff that you and I would, and your wife would not want on the front lawn, but when it's on his front lawn, it looks cool.
There we go.
Just scattered everywhere. It's like art.
Let me add to that amazing description, perfect description.
I have to move my vehicle around.
For the record, that's my favorite piece of paper. But I wanted to say Cybertruck because, which I'm sure you've already done with it.
He drove it last.
He drove it. But my impression is.
I would say he moves them.
Oh yeah, sure it isn't. Yeah.
Oh, my kind of place.
So the whole idea is to compare the Cybertruck.
Look at that.
Getting very high reviews so far.
Multi-color roof barn.
Actual
You got the
truck.
remnants from the
So this is
roofing
Sherwood's
company.
truck. Sherwood, what is this truck?
Silverado.
It's a Silverado. You know what year it is?
Chevrolet. Yeah, I should. I got it registered to me.
Probably.
Oh, I think it's about a 13.
13. All right. And you use this to haul stuff. Can you tell us what you have in the bed of your truck? None of this is staged. We just got here.
Well, I used that paint last week, and I'm still going to use a couple cans of the goods, so I haven't thrown it away. Just my chainsaw, I use almost everything.
Okay. This one.
Yeah.
It's a Husqvarna 372 XP. Okay.
The Grill of Dreams.
The Grill of Dreams.
Yeah.
That's the Grill of Dreams. All right. We got a
Yeah.
piece of pine.
That's a sign
On the
for
orange side, he
Jamaican
barbecues lunch.
restaurant that's going to open up pretty soon down in the South-Gas area.
Yep.
Going to stand it up, put his cool thing down the side.
Okay. You got the gas can with a Poland spring bottle in the end.
Wow, that's you use what you have.
You got a fishing rod. You got a weed whacker. You got a looks like a Marilade.
Yeah, that's a exciter.
That's an exciter. Okay. Why do you keep that in the truck?
Oh, it's good with the truck.
Okay.
It used to be in the back, but I put this in, so instead of tossing it, I passed it forward.
Okay. Well, that makes total sense.
More gas.
You got an extension cord. All right.
I used to tie stuff up with the victims.
So this obviously is a working truck.
Yes. I use everything in it.
Do you think the Cybertruck could fill in for this?
I almost said hard on. I'm too rough on this truck. You wouldn't want to be that rough on the Cybertruck.
Why?
Yeah.
Give me a job too much.
That's a good point. If you don't mind my asking, what did this truck cost?
Oh, about $3,000.
$3,000 as compared to $100,000 for the Cybertruck.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that's a strong argument in favor of the Silverado.
Oh, I beat that every day like a redheaded stepchild.
I believe it. I can tell. All right.
Inside's full too.
Can we see what's in the inside?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's astonishing.
Okay. We got tools.
More tools, more tools.
There's only
That-
sitting
Piece
space
of
for
lead
the
flashing.
driver.
No. Oh. Got a fishing box.
You do that so your wife knows that you're not cheating on her whenever you go to
More
work.
tools, more shirts.
Does your dog like the truck?
What she does, where'd she go? In the house, over here.
Hey.
You going? We'll load up.
Oh, he's got a pillow for the
So,
night.
okay.
When are we going?
All right. Well, you want to take the Cybertruck and take it down to the brook and see how it holds up?
Oh,
That barn right there. One of the coolest ones. It is.
I done it all up by myself. I had help with the roofing, but
That's a cool building. You like it?
all the overhanging stuff, all
Yeah,
those
it's
places.
ridiculous.
Well, you haven't seen this, it's all the chainsaws hanging in the middle of the, yeah, I really put a lot in there.
You bring it, bring it. Come here, you little animal.
I don't know if I like it here or not.
No, she sold on the Cybertruck. You're not letting your dad drive, little beast.
English bulldog mix?
That's backwards.
Maybe
Goes
with a
backwards.
there you go.
That's
Oh.
one of the great barns. That barn is a museum. Totally, it's incredible. And I've never been here in the summertime. It looks amazing.
When did we get down to the berries?
When was the last time you cut this?
I was in prison.
Oh, someone cut it while you were in prison?
Yeah.
Last time I was here, I was bird hunting. And I've never been more frustrated. I knew there were woodcock here. It was hell.
Oh, it's the country.
It's loaded with woodcock. You just feel it down by the brook.
Everybody's already up in the trees laughing at
They were like,
you. Oh,
and
no.
the other dogs. And I didn't see a single bird.
That's all.
But I knew they were here.
Going.
Yeah.
The tracks are everywhere now, everywhere.
And I knew they were traveling the brook too. When you see some of the pictures, they started to really help.
Me and another guy went down through, we ain't got like 500 yards.
Go trout?
Yep. They were tasty. So fresh, they turned themselves over to Dan.
We do.
They curl up, flip. Yeah, it was like tropical.
How does it handle it?
Perfect.
This got wet, didn't it?
It floated the window box off.
No.
Yes.
How's it handle? Do you like it, Mitzi?
Just like magic. It's like you Michael Jackson.
Okay, so this is local construction technique. Used a chainsaw.
The windows are out of your car. Yeah, I picked them out of the dumpster, picked them. Chainsawed out a hole, measured it out, squared it out, chainsawed out a hole, stuck the window in there, put some screws in.
Pretty great.
Rhonda, you need to hire this guy.
Did you do it? You showed it to Barn?
Yeah. Pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. You guys ready? Okay. This barn actually is one of the coolest places I've ever been.
I like the lineup.
Oh, I love it. These are my favorite. I've seen drive some of these.
Wow.
That one. No.
Look
So,
at that
all right.
guard. Look at the
Can you
garden
give us
too. It looks
your
so
verdict?
meticulous.
What do you think of the truck?
I love it. I'm not sure I really want to own one.
How come? I think your dog agrees.
Yeah, yeah. You don't like to do your bird.
Well, that pissed her off when I asked the question, didn't it?
I I suppose I can get really used to it.
Yeah.
It drives and handles really good. It handles really, really good at over 100. It's well, so they tell me. No.
But what are the downsides?
I think I have to be careful where I go, or I'll drag the belly of it on something,
Yeah.
tear it open.
Yeah.
And if I get in a wreck with it, I love the performance drive.
Yeah.
I drive sideways on everywhere I get a chance.
Yep.
And if I don't even put studs in the tires and race this on the ice.
Would you race this on the ice?
Oh, yeah. I win.
It's heavy though for ice.
Racing on the ice, that's got to be
Nothing. But my breath was put window down anyways.
Yeah, I think so. I think you'd have trouble getting out of this for you guys.
But I would. Better get out quick before the electronics fail. Yeah. That's right. The giant hole in the earth from getting all this battery stuff out. It's right up here, just a few miles away.
Yeah.
And you cut the trees, you can see the spot from here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a giant hole in the earth.
Yeah.
They take all that out there. The lithium crystals, Captain. He's getting hot. He's about to burn. You can't stop it.
No.
All the water in the world won't stop it.
The lithium.
But that's the bad part about it. If you want one parked in the garage right beside your house, right beside your bedroom,
Not really.
me either. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't know what else I have to do this. Shut it off.
I don't know. What's that, Patrick? We better get out before the electronics fail.
Oh, wow. I think the planes will start falling out of the sky first.
This is a rural mystery. So here we have a partly disassembled 8-cylinder Chevrolet pickup truck. And there's a tractor. What year's that tractor?
64 or 5.
64 or 5 tractor in front of it. And it looks like they're meeting to talk, but one of these two vehicles doing next to each other.
This one here is yarding the motor and transmission out of that one.
What does it mean to yard something?
Well, I'm just putting the chain on it, pulling it out.
Hooking a chain on it, pulling it out.
Yarding it out of there.
You're lifting up this motor.
With that, everything's still hooked onto it.
I just want to illustrate that you know your way around engines, okay? So when you assess a Cybertruck, it's not as a virgin vehicle assessment.
No, I've looked it over before. This is completely unhooked. Might be balancing on the chain, yeah. Hanging from the chain now.
Is that an official vehicle tool?
Yes, it is.
a Primark.
What is that called? Is that metric?
Been handling all. It's called a used crowbar.
A used crowbar. Okay.
Yes.
Can I buy that at Napa?
No, you have to go to a barn sale. barn sale.
Okay, so we're going to go see Sherwood's Barn, which is famous in this region for being really amazing. This is honestly one of my favorite buildings in the world. What is that?
Diamond Rio dump truck. 50 something. I bought that brand new. Look at it.
What is it?
Oh,
it's a 4x4.
Yeah, it was like $6,000 at the time.
Got a lot of stuff going on in here, though.
1,000 projects. Somebody stole the motor right out of that.
Who stole it?
Oh, there it is laying on the floor.
Look at that. How many wood stoves do you say you have?
12, 15 maybe. In the midst of all this,
You got a flat screen TV. What kind of transmission is that right there?
4L80. This is race transmission.
I've seen you drive this wagon.
Right.
Fast.
Yeah, fast.
Did you build this, Mark?
Yes, I did everything.
Do you remember when you built it?
First year I got out of prison.
You built it.
1950 style chainsaws.
What's that?
She lays on the exhaust pipe of the Harley Davidson. I love that. If you care to have one on there.
Oh, well, there's our Harley Davidson right there.
Yeah. My birthday at Panhead, 52. That's see me drive that.
Yeah, that's a 52.
If you want to build your Ford, there's a Ford.
Oh, look at that. It's a blower for a.
Blower,
Blacksmith.
Yep.
How many blacksmiths forge blowers do you have?
4 or 5. There's another one out there in the whole tank all set up.
There's an anvil, a blacksmith's anvil from 1912.
My father left most of this. It was a lot deeper. I've been reading it out.
Did your father build this?
Yep. All except all these biker mags, those are mine.
What year did your father build
The early 1970s.
Yep.
I was already gone. I went to college over in New York. I'm college educated. I know, horrible. Scary.
Doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
What's that carburetor for?
Thingamajiggy for what you call it.
Oh, it's a thingamajiggy for what you call it.
And this is where we hang out and drink in the winter.
Oh, look at this. What kind of stove is that?
Ashley, I believe. Look at this. I made this my first year out of high school. First year out of school.
That's beautiful.
This is no good wrong.
What's back here? Oh, this is a workshop.
Yeah, this is the original camp. See the outline on the wall, this thing?
Yeah.
This thing's flat.
Oh, people who lived here.
My grandparents used to walk the wall and stay here
So this was their camp.
Yep.
Where?
until the early mid-70s. Grandpa died. As I filled it with motorcycle parts back then. Saw collection. The more screws in a saw, the better the saw. If you got a saw, you only have 3 screws in it.
Yeah.
Steel's no good.
That's a rip saw.
Yeah, this is talking.
That's a cool vehicle.
Yeah, good. Vortec 350.
Vortec 350.
Vortec, yeah.
Is it pretty quick?
Yeah, it's really quick. 4-speed bucket seats.
Pretty great.
Seats are all warm. It's like 10,000 farts been had in that seat.
Yeah. It leads.
That's how bashed up it is.
Sherwood Enterprise. Thank you.
No.
Well, thank you for showing us this. I've always loved this. Sorry, I couldn't help but notice you've got a parking meter,
AAA parking only.
but that's an actual parking meter.
Yeah, it is an actual
Can
parking
I ask you where you got that?
There used to be parking meters in downtown Norway.
Yeah.
And they were removed. And they stored them. And a friend of mine ran the storage thing and said, "Hey, you want one of those?" And I said, "Sure, why not?"
I agree.
Oh, out back, you may want to walk.
What is that?
It's a brush hog called the turtle. There's a turtle head on the front.
Yeah.
It's a cute little one owner. They be interested in having something like this around the homestead. Keep the bushes down.
Since you have the tools, would you ever want to work on the Cybertruck?
It doesn't interest me.
I know what you mean. Maybe we get the sawzall and see what's underneath it.
Just driving it around the school. Still, I don't know if I had the money, if I really actually wanted one.
Yeah.
If I could want to plow on it, that'd be way different.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I drive over enough stuff and puncture the battery
Yeah.
and I'm a getting.
Yeah.
I'm a getting out of this thing. It's gonna burn.
Thank you, Shirley. I appreciate your assessment.
Like I said, the big giant hole in the earth they're gonna have to dig to make all those batteries.
Yep.
What are you gonna do with that big giant hole? Great Lakes are gonna flood into it.
Yep.
Well, that's all gonna be dangerous. You can't touch it, can't get near it, right?
Yep.
Hazardous waste.
Yep.
Chuck it all back in that big giant hole you made in the earth.
Fair. How do you put out a fire if one of these catches fire? How do you put it out?
Stand back. Smoke them if you got them.
But how do you put it out?
Yeah, that's it. Get out, stand back, get out of the way. You can't put it out with water, you can't put it out with foam.
So you just enjoy it.
And probably call the insurance company.
Yeah. Would you put it in your garage?
No. You wouldn't put one in yours, I'm not putting one in mine.
All right. So where are we going from here to?
We're here to,
where
we're
the-
gonna do a timer till we get going. Let's do a timer to 60 and do a timer to 100, okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. $60.
Wow.
That's amazing.
You ready?
All right. 114.
Without even, no hands on the wheel. That's pretty good. Do they actually give us a ticket when they see it on TV? Can they go
I
back?
don't think a Cybertruck can get a ticket.
That's pretty impressive.
That's really impressive.
And this thing handles so great around corners. Holy shit. You don't do that in a regular car at all.
Nope.
This
Wouldn't wanna do
this
that.
friggin' thing is amazing.
The red steel roofing fades, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like dog meat.
Dog dink pink. What is that? An official Sherwin-Williams
Yeah,
color?
on the chart.
Dog dink pink.
All right, Tucker, we're in a gravel pit. This is a first for me in this vehicle.
Now, for people who are not familiar with gravel pits, Patrick, what is the point of a gravel pit?
Just to extract, this is, they sell the gravel to build road with. They screen it for, I probably screen gravel for winter sand, to sand the road with in the winter. They're good places to have party and drink beer and break bottles. And
Yep.
things. That's probably the number one purpose.
They are impromptu shooting ranges, and every road in Maine, if it's long enough, has a gravel pit on it.
Yes, definitely. And if you've got land with gravel, it's, you know, you can sell the gravel if you want to and make a little bit of money. I don't think it's.
Emphasis on the little.
We're gonna test this truck out. You can come drive it if you want to. It's fucking fast. We're just gonna go down there and try to do a couple donuts. They said it was all right.
We're gonna fuck up your gravel pit. Is that okay?
We're smoothing out the ruts when we get done.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
How many highway bounds do you have to charge? What's the record reflect? You're dead sober right now, right?
Yep. Pretty good donuts. Not bad. Smooth.
Yeah.
See what it does with the water. Pretty impressive.
Not bad, actually.
Let's try it with the steering on. I think the traction control is still on.
Yeah, you're tearing it up.
Yeah, this is not really doing donuts. But
So rigged with this?
yeah. I know we're gonna tear it up.
Let's get this thing in the water. The guy runs the crusher and she just standing up the truck like, what the fuck?
Not even a challenge at this
No,
point.
it's really not.
It's really not even fun. I mean, it's fun. Oh, the anti-traction control is crazy. Oh, that was fun.
That was awesome. You made quite a mess.
Look at that. Maybe we should buy Savage a 30 pack of beer. Let's
Definitely.
give this guy $100. Let's do that.
You know who loved it? Was the man who runs the crusher. You know,
Yeah.
Still helping me looking at it.
So,
What the fuck?
this is crazy. I think we're going to throw him $100 when we leave here because he's going to stay clean on his stuff.
Does he have to clean this up?
Yeah, probably. This is just an amazing vehicle. It's fun. It's a fun vehicle. Very capable.
I think you're in love.
Derek's 150 is very capable. My 350 would is geared for working. So this truck is very capable of working, but I'm sure they're going to invent electric trucks that just tow them home and don't do all this crazy stuff. Probably. But hey, if you like the stuff and you can afford it, we haven't done the range test. We haven't done the long range winter test. Which I really want to do. So far, I can't find anybody that can say this is not a nice vehicle. That's for sure. Like they do with hate them. Hey, the vehicles, electric vehicles. Everybody's mad at electric vehicles.
Yeah, they're not electric vehicles.
Yeah, well, I'm mad at them too. But you gotta admit that's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta admit it's kind of fun. I don't think it's sustainable for a working man to have one, but we're gonna have it for a month. We're gonna find out. We're gonna interview a lot more people. We're gonna get the pulse of America here. Actually, pulse of Maine. The pulse of America and the pulse of Maine are maybe a little different.
Little different. Little
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's American 1983.
But it was a good day of testing and running around, and it performed amazingly.
Amazing. Spent all day in the Cybertruck with you and Sherwood. I'm about to get back in my Cybertruck. I feel like the initial review, the day-long review, was positive. Would you say?
Yeah, very positive.
But there's still some open questions.
Still some open questions. Range, repairs, parts,
Snow
battery replacement, snowplow. Good amount of snowplow on it. If you're going to live in Maine, and like 1/3 of America is affected by snowy weather, so that's
Yeah.
a pretty huge population. So yeah, there's not much to.
All right.
But
Well,
so far, it's a fun $100,000 truck.
We're going to let the testing continue. We'll check back in.
Yeah.
Passion Feed, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I'm back in my truck, which is a piece of junk, and I'll admit that. But I will say, it sounds cool. Voila! Hey, guys! So if you Google Cybertruck, the first thing that comes up are videos of people shooting the Cybertruck. We felt morally obligated to do that. Of course, it's legal. We want to do it in the most organic way possible. So I said to everybody here, if you have a gun in your truck, bring the gun. Turns out we had 4 guns in people's trucks. One's a Hamill's 38, 2 were 9s. The line is a cheap 22. And so we're going to open fire on the Cybertruck. See what happens. Ready? Aim, fire.
All right. Well, that's our movie. He went four-wheeling, and he did donuts. So we got our promise. I'm not sure I would want one either, because a buggy in the parking lot dents it, and you're out $25,000 for a new fender. Anyway, so I'd probably agree with the guy who had a $3,000 truck. Anyway, I'm sure I know people that's got $100,000 trucks, and it's comparable. Looks like I've ridden in one, and looks like it's about the same thing. So with that, good night.